Hello, hello. This is Patty Joe. We're going to continue with the second witness, which is Corey Runkle. And this is Darrell's turn, Darrell Brooks's turn to question her. So I used to go to work and say I was not going to say any swear words that day. I'm going to do this and say I'm not going to make fun and mock Darrell Brooks. Let's see how long I last. Okay.
That guy was at the little
I have to
stoppers, like where it stops.
Seen the driver before that day, how would you even know who it was?
I'll object. That is not a clear question. This is just going to confuse the witness. It's confused me.
Also stated, Mr. Brooks, rephrase the question, please.
Would you play the video again, the first 10 seconds? I'm guessing that it was.
The exhibit 3.
Exhibit 3. You want the first 10 seconds of exhibit played?
Show the witness the first couple of seconds of the.
All right, it's up.
Now you just testified.
Hold on, it's playing. You want it to stop now?
Stop.
Okay.
You play the first 13 seconds for the witness.
Thank you.
You just testified that as soon as you saw the vehicle come into the camera view, you said, "Oh, there's his car." How would you know whose car it was if you've never seen this person before that day?
All right, even she's laughing at him. Okay. I think he's trying, and he does this over and over again, to assert that she didn't know him personally before those events. She didn't know it was Darrell Brooks in the red SUV until after Erica said yes, that confirmed that. She knew Erica was meeting with him. She knew when she found Erica together with someone that was probably him, inferring that it was him. But he doesn't have these words. He just wants, at that one moment in time, you didn't know it was me, so how could it be me? So it's almost a legitimate
You
thought.
understand the question?
Yeah.
Go ahead and answer.
Because I was told that she was going to meet up with Darrell Brooks.
So you were told this directly from Erica.
Yes.
Did at any time she ever tell you what kind of car he had and what kind of car he would be meeting up with her with, quote unquote?
No.
No, but nobody else in the row was
So
trying to hit her.
how can you identify that it was the said person's car if you had no knowledge of what vehicle this said person would be driving, or who the person even was, or what the person even looked like? How would you know?
Because I was told it was Darrell Brooks.
And so you were told that it was this name, but you were able to identify the vehicle and the person on the first day that you ever saw them.
Objection.
Is that
asked and answered.
Let him finish his question.
again? As soon as the car came into camera view,
there it goes.
Immediately said on the
5 minutes.
record just a few minutes ago, "Oh, there's his car." Who is him? Who is his? Who were you referring to?
Darrell Brooks.
And you would be able to know that that was quote unquote Darrell Brooks just by seeing the car come into the view of the camera?
Now I'll object based on an asked and answered question.
Sustained. Mr. Brooks, are you trying to ask her whether at the moment in time she first saw the SUV, did she know who was driving? That would be a relevant question.
did you know who was driving the SUV that you saw when you saw it?
Okay, so he can't. She's helping him. She actually helped him. And like I said, it might have been a valid idea that at the time she didn't know. After she inferred it, and then after it was confirmed, but she didn't know at that second.
Not in court, but when you first saw it on that date.
Yes, because I don't see why Erica would be talking to anybody else and getting yelled at.
So
by
inferred.
somebody else.
But did you know at that moment who was driving the car?
Yes.
And how would you know that? You just said that you had no knowledge of the vehicle that whoever Erica was meeting up with would be driving. So how would you know that?
Objection asked and answered and argumentative.
Yeah. Her answer previously, Mr. Brooks, was she's basing that on what someone told her, not based on what she saw at that point. That's at least how I took it.
So Erica told you the vehicle and how the vehicle would look?
You understand the question?
No.
Say that again.
Mr. Brooks?
Erica's, I'm
restate
sorry,
the
Your Honor.
question. No, that's okay. Restate the question, sir.
So let's back up a little bit. Erica told you that she was meeting up with this Darrell Brooks, correct? That's what you said, right?
Correct.
Dear Brooks.
And did she at any time tell you what vehicle this person would be driving and how the vehicle looked?
She did not.
So the first time you saw the vehicle, did you know who was driving the vehicle?
Yes, when she told me. When she told
What
me.
he's asking you those, did you know based on personal observation,
Oh,
not
no,
based
not
on what
personal
someone
observation.
told
There you go.
Wait. So personal observation?
Okay, he's trying to confuse her to make her look dishonest. What he's doing is confusing her to make himself look kind of like a bully, in my opinion. But, like, if I were sitting on the jury, that's what I would think. I would think, back off. She doesn't understand what you're saying. I don't really understand what you're saying, so I kind of identify with her.
Oh, no, never mind. Okay, yeah.
So let's just make sure the record's clear what your answer is.
It's based on what I was told when I met her, up with her.
So it was told.
That's been established. It's been established what was told. So next question.
No, I was going to a different question. I didn't get to it.
All right, well then ask it, please.
I'm trying to. So you were told after the vehicle drove away and you and Erica were alone? Is that when you were told?
Yes.
So it would be fair to say that before you were told this, after the vehicle drove away, you did not know who was driving the vehicle, correct? Would that be fair to say?
Oh, I had a suspicion.
There you
It
go.
was
She inferred it.
Darrell.
You had a suspicion or did you know?
Had a suspicion until I
So
asked
you
her.
didn't know.
Objection. Argumentative.
Yeah, so we've kind of been a little bit circular here. So the objection is sustained. I think we need to be clear, Mr. Brooks, when you ask your questions about what point in time. It's one thing to talk about when she first sees the vehicle because there's been no contact between her and the vehicle, but it's a different point in time when it's later. So you need to make clear at what point in time you're referring to so that your question is clear.
Gotcha. You identified the alleged defendant in court. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And the alleged defendant that you identified was the same person that you saw driving the vehicle that day.
Yes.
the video also shows that, well, let me back up. Matter of fact, let me ask a different question. You made reference to hanging out with Erica in a park, correct?
Yes.
With maybe one other person
Yeah.
present?
Yes.
Hanging out, what were you guys actually doing?
Drinking?
He's so trying to discredit her.
So, would it be fair to say that because of alcohol being involved, that there may have been a misinterpretation of what you saw?
No.
Or what you thought you saw?
Objection calls for speculation.
The question, the way it's asked, calls for speculation. If you could please rephrase it.
Oh, I'll ask it different. How much were you drinking? Was it a few beers, a bottle,
Half a
something to that
pint.
effect?
Half a pint.
Half a pint. Do you remember what you were drinking?
Vodka.
Do you remember if Erica was drinking?
She was.
And you said that you separated at one point to go hang with another person. I can't remember the name, but would that be fair to say that you separated from Erica to go hang out with another person?
I did say that.
Was that person also drinking that day?
No.
Did that person overhear any conversation between you and Erica?
No.
Would that be the same person that was saw in the video?
Yes.
So that would be Nick. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Is it fur to say? Sorry.
And is it true that you did give a statement about what you saw and heard that day?
Yes.
Fair to say?
He all of his
Would it be
questions
fair
are
to say that
statements.
in this statement that you gave,
Ugh.
you never mentioned the person that you saw driving make any threats? Would that be fair to say?
I never mentioned.
Well, I have the statement right here in front of me.
And this is where we get into another kind of legal definition thing. So my understanding is if I am somebody and I write down a statement and the officer or the commissioner or whoever takes the statement, that becomes part of a record or a report. That is my statement. I have signed it. I've written it in my own handwriting. That is my statement. If I talk to an officer, like after an event happens, like me and my friends are in an argument with her ex-boyfriend or her ex-domestic partner, and he yells something and I hear it, and I say he was threatening to us on his way when he was driving away from us, and they just write down a summary of what my statement is, but they don't write that particular piece down. That is, I think, the hair they're going to be splitting here in a few minutes, and I think this gets very
Would it be
involved
fair to say
because we
that
have to
the
teach
statement
Darrell.
that you gave that day, that you did not say in your statement that you heard any threats being made or yelled towards Erica? Would that be fair to say?
Possibly.
So do you remember giving a statement?
I remember giving a statement.
Do you remember what you said in your statement?
I do.
So I'm gonna ask you again because I just asked. I have your statement in front of me. You did not mention any threats being yelled or made towards Erica. Would that be fair to say?
I did mention some.
What exactly did you mention?
That you were yelling at her, saying that you were gonna kill her and to get in the car.
And that's in your statement.
Yes.
Would you like me to read your statement to you?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, sure.
So I'll object based on the procedure that the defendant is employing at this point.
Sure. Mr. Brooks, there is a procedure. I can have the state bring up her statement, I hope, electronically to show her. It would, and then, all right.
Bring it up for her to see.
You'll want to direct her to what part. You can ask her to review it, ask her if that refreshes her recollection, and then you can ask her a question. Or even show her that and ask a direct question about it would be another way.
Okay, this is not it, right?
No, they'll get it up. It just takes a moment.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So he tries to use the summaries. Never mind, we don't know that yet.
Twice yesterday and this morning, and it should have worked. You sure we can't get the front table?
I have it selected right now, and then they have to connect it though. You can stand if you want for a minute. Do you need a water or anything?
No.
Jared, want to stand for a second? Go ahead too. A lot of new technology in this courtroom, and it's great when it works. But it's a lot to get used to.
Excuse me, Your Honor, if I may ask you, are we still on the record right now, or we are? Okay.
We are. We're just taking a stretch break, but we're still on the record. Why they?
Okay. I was gonna say something to the bailiff, and I didn't want to be disrespectful by.
Do you want me to mute you for a second so you can?
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. When will I be allowed to come back into the court so I can see everything?
You have earned your right to come back, sir. I mean, I can bring you back if you want to finish your questioning here.
I do.
All right, we'll take a short break for you to do that. All right, I'll have to excuse the jury for a moment. We'll be in recess as far as the cameras are concerned for that.
Okay, so I'm going to stop this here, and we will pick it up when he comes back into the courtroom and see how this whole thing goes. And there's a whole misunderstanding between discovery and exhibits and things like that with him as well. So, but I'm learning too. So have to say that I'm not an attorney. I'm just an observer. Maybe I'll do a separate video of the court case that I was a juror on now that I can talk about it, and let you know, like, it was interesting to do. I was lucky to have a short 2 to 3 day run with it and things like that. So I'll pick this up. Let's see. Pick this up next part. Thank you so much, 100 subscribers. And I hope that the sound is getting better. I am doing sound checks and things like that just to make sure. So I hope everybody is doing well and have a great day.